Good Yes, children, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Beta. Good morning. So, Vedanshi, you are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Abuzar,
Yes, ma'am.
Anadi, Anshika Singh,
Yes,
Anshika
ma'am.
Verma. Okay,
Yes, present, ma'am.
fine, Beta. Then we have Abuzar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Beta. Let me see. Bhavleen. Bhavleen.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, fine, Bache. You are there
Present,
now.
ma'am.
Good, good. Hiten, you are there?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ishanvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. Then we have Kshitij.
Yes, ma'am.
Kshitij Gangwar. There are two Kshitij Gangwars in 10th or one.
I'm one, and ma'am, one is Kshitij Agrawal.
Okay, so one is Gangwar, one is Agarwal. One is in the topper batch. Which topper section? Who is this, Gangwar or Agarwal?
Ma'am, both are there.
Or a lot of confusion then. Lakshay is there? Lakshay, are you there? Mohammed Ayan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're there. Kshitij Gangwar is there. Lakshay. Pallavi. बोलिए बेटा, otherwise you are not present. Lakshay and Pallavi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Nishant.
Yes, ma'am.
Parth Agarwal.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. You are there. Priyal is there.
Present, ma'am.
Raj Vikram.
Present, ma'am.
Very good. There was one name, Saloni.
Yes, ma'am.
Ravit.
Present, ma'am.
Priyansh.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Priyansh is also there. Srishti. Srishti. Shresht. Shresht is there. Who is Shresht? Who is the Shresht, beta? Is he in your section?
Yes, ma'am. He is in our section.
But he is Invisible Man. Okay. We will make a movie on him. Invisible Man, Shresht. Vishwa Bhaskar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yash Sharma.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. So only Shresht is Invisible Man. Rest everybody is there. Beta, you've got your date sheet and syllabus. Let me discuss a few things about your exams first today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, there should be no confusion as to what will come in the exam, what will not come in the exam. I told you yesterday also that those who do not have a sample paper, they want a sample paper, just message me personally and I'll send the sample paper to you. Two students yesterday messaged me and I had already sent the sample paper to them. I think it was the other section. I'm telling your class also. If anybody wants the sample paper, class 10 CBSE latest release sample paper, please send a personal message to me. I will send you on your number. I want everybody to see the paper very nicely. Now we are going to discuss as to what all will come in the exam. This time you have your exams in December. So what all is going to come in that, so that you people don't start writing on the group. Very clear, beta. Whatever is there, the exactly the same pattern is going to come in the exams now. Fine, exactly the same pattern will come. Now, when I say exactly the same pattern, then what does it mean? We are going to see this. That what is the pattern that I'm talking about? I'll show you it very quickly. These some more people joining in. Who are these? Ria Rastogi. Beta, who is this? Tejaswa? Is there any Tejaswa in your class?
Ma'am, Aryan Mathur.
Ma'am, it's Aryan.
But why does he come with this fake name? Let him come, then I'll speak to him. Abhi to admit kar lete hain. Monica is there. I know Ayush Gupta is also there. Okay, fine. Everybody is in now. When he comes, let's talk to Aryan Mathur. Aryan, good morning. Not yet joined. Beta, please see very quickly. The first question is going to be this. The paper is going to be exactly the same. There is going to be no change in the paper. So mentally prepare yourself that what kind of a paper is going to come. See, this is the first question is going to be, there are going to be two parts in your question paper, A and B. Okay, beta, how many parts in the question paper?
A and B, two parts.
Very good. The first question will be the reading part, which is of 20 marks. First question is reading part, 20 marks. I'll tell you which kind of question. You will have a comprehension. Now read the instructions. On the basis of your understanding, answer any 10 questions from 12. So from comprehension, how many questions will be given to you?
12. Ma'am,
12.
12.
12. The first comprehension, the 12 questions will be there, and you have to answer how many out of them?
10.
10.
Make it very clear. Make it very clear, all of you. The first comprehension will have, the questions will also be of the same types, the MCQ types. If you see, the questions are all MCQ types. So you'll have these MCQ type of questions. All of them, if you see, are MCQs over here. There are 12 questions still here, and you have to answer any 10. Now come to the second passage. This is your second passage over here. Now read the instructions of the second passage. Attempt any 10 questions from the 12 that follow. That means in the second passage also, you will have a comprehension passage, and there would be how many questions given?
12.
12.
10 questions. You have to answer how many?
10.
10.
10. So 10 questions in the first passage, 10 questions in the second passage. How many marks? 1 mark each. How many marks now? Comprehension is
Ma'am,
already
20.
20 marks.
20.
Is it okay? We'll
20
one by one we will see how much is the weightage for all. There should be no confusion in this. So these 20 marks is all about comprehension, where you'll have 12 questions from each passage, and you have to answer any 10 of them. So this is continuing with these questions. You see, this is the 11th one, this is the 12th one. Now your literature section will start. Question number 3 will be which section? Literature section. And here also, this is the 10 marks part. You have an extract over here, and you have MCQs. 5 MCQs you have over here, if you see. Okay. You have to take up one extract. There will be 2 extracts given to you. This is extract A. From extract A, you have got these 5 questions. There is no choice. However, there is a general choice between extracts. Either you do the first one or you do the second one. See, this is the second extract they are showing. This is a B1. And how many questions you have here? Again, you've got how many questions? 5 questions. That means in question number 3, there is a choice between which extract you want to attempt, but there is no choice in questions. In literature part, the third question, 5 marks, there will be 2 different extracts, and each extract is going to have 5 questions. Clear, everyone? The third question also? Okay, this is literature. Let's move on to the fourth part now. Okay, let's move on to the fourth part. Read the extract given below and attempt any one. Again, you have a choice. See, 5 marks you had a choice between chapter wala extracts, and 5 marks here you have a choice between the poem wala parts in literature. Again, over here, this is 5 marks. See, you can attempt this On this, you have got how many questions? Okay, see this quickly. 5 questions. Or you can do this. I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There is it in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. Which poem is this? Tell me the name.
The
Ma'am,
ball
ball
poem.
The ball poem.
Okay, this is ball. And this one, beta, but he's locked in concrete
A tiger
cell.
in the zoo.
ma'am, the tiger.
A tiger in the zoo.
Fine. So you'll have 2 extracts from poems. It could be this 5 questions from this. I don't know. The fact that the tiger is talking the length of his cage tells us that he is restless, reckless, resilient, reverent. You have to decide. Rhyming scheme you must have already done. Rhyming scheme. Tell me the rhyming scheme of this one. Second question. What is the rhyme scheme of the stanza? One question is coming on rhyme scheme. What is the rhyme scheme in this? What happened? Rhyme scheme.
Ma'am,
You've not done
I
that.
guess A, B, and then C, A. Sorry, A, B, C, B.
Ma'am,
No, you have to give options. A, B, C, D में से which option?
Okay.
Which is the option? See the options and tell me the rhyme scheme. Can anybody tell me?
Ma'am, I guess D option.
D option.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am, D.
D.
Yes,
D तो
ma'am.
बेटा कैसे हो रहा है D? According to you, if it is D, then A line is the first one, the last word is cell. And in the second paragraph, the first sentence, the last word is night. Where is the rhyme in cell and night?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
like
actually,
we,
their options are given para-wise.
You want to take?
yes,
I'm talking about these options. No, you have to take from this.
ma'am,
So
like,
this is
ma'am, in
ABCD
this
and
first,
this is ABCB. Cars and
ma'am,
stars.
like in this,
This is matching.
Yes, ma'am.
The ABCB, this cars
ma'am.
and stars is
So, ma'am,
matching. And A over here, if you see, they are all different. So this is
Yes, ma'am.
so
ABCD.
ABCD.
Nothing is matching. So this is ABCD. And if we go according to this, then ABCD, nothing is matching. And in this second and fourth line should match. See, BB is being repeated. So if I talk about the second line, it is car and star. So this is matching. Children, if you've not done rhyming scheme, please request madam to have some practice of rhyming scheme. Okay. Now we have these 5 questions from poetry section. You've got this again over here. There's an overall choice between the selection of the passage, but there is no choice in the questions. Am I okay? So my part is only 20 marks till now. We had the comprehension part. This 10 marks, abhi tak what we did was the literature part. So we have covered how many marks till now in the paper?
Ma'am, 30 marks.
30 marks.
30.
Out of which 20 were comprehension, where you had a choice. Out of 12, you have to attempt any 10 in both the passages. Now 10 marks literature is done. Now again, my part is coming. That is grammar. Grammar is going to be how many marks? 10 marks.
10.
If you see over here, there is no choice in the grammar section. See this. There is no choice in the grammar in the first part. 3 marks here. You can see tenses. Then you've got reported speech over here. Do you have a choice over here? You don't have a choice here also. And here also, if you see 4 marks, there is no choice. So 3 plus 3 plus 4. How many marks grammar?
10.
10.
Now one of you tell me the entire Okay, one of you tell me the entire distribution of marks, right from question number 1, 2, 3 till here. Let me see how much of you have understood the paper.
Ma'am, 20 marks comprehension, 10 marks literature
Beta
passage, and ma'am,
also give the details. Also give the details in comprehension. First comprehension, how many questions will be there? What choice would be there?
12
ma'am,
questions would be there, and we have to attempt 10.
10
We have to
questions.
attempt.
And in second comprehension also, there will be 12 questions. We have to just attempt 10 questions. And both the comprehension, they are of 20 marks. And ma'am, then comes literature comprehension. There will be choice of between two comprehensions. And ma'am, they will have five questions. And ma'am, then comes grammar, which will have 10 marks.
Everybody should have on tips this pattern of paper in your mind. You should know so that there is no confusion. One more child, I want you to repeat the same thing. Who would do it?
Ma'am, we have two passages. In each passage, we have 12 questions, and we have to attempt any 10, and the passages are of 20 marks. And ma'am, then we have two passages from literature. We have to attempt any one passage, and we don't have any choice between the questions.
So where is the choice then?
In passages,
In
two
passages.
passages will be there.
And what is
We
the
have to
difference?
attempt
And
any
what is
one.
the difference in the first and the second passage in literature, beta? Can anybody tell me? The first passage is
Ma'am, it will be from the
first one was from the chapter. The second one was from poetry, na beta?
Yes, ma'am.
And the
Yes,
first
ma'am.
passage was from your chapter. So prose and this is what the main difference is. Everybody should know so that there is no confusion. The examination paper that we are having now in November, it is going to be the same, exactly the same. So there should be no confusions. Okay. Then we have grammar where you saw 3 plus 3 plus 4. So grammar is 10 marks. Your seventh question is done. Now we come to the writing section. This is the most important part which I want you to read. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Please read this writing section. And you need to decide that where is the choice, what all things should be very clear to you. Read question number 8. Only question number 8. What all options are there? Then I'll discuss after 1 minute. Read very carefully. There is a choice, and this choice will come in exams also. School exams also, board exams also. So you should prepare yourself accordingly.
ma'am read.
I'm done.
Okay, who will tell now? Where is the choice? Choice is in the first question of writing section. The choice is between what? Tell.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, the
Question
choice is
A
between
and
the
B.
letters.
One at a time.
Letters.
One at a time. Letters.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Which kind of letters? What is the difference in the letters?
Then first is for concern over public issue, I think, and second one it is technicality in orders.
Placing an order. Second one is placing an order.
No, ma'am, she has already placed an order. She needs to like request for the home delivery of the books she had ordered telephonically.
Okay. So again, if you see their letters, no, both of them are letters or not?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. So the first one is writing to an official. It could be SHO, police station. It could be municipal commissioner. It could be any senior official you're writing. And the second is you're writing for a business deal. It's basically a business letter. Can you see the difference between both of them? A part,
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
writing to an official. It could be municipality commissioner, it could be district magistrate, it could be the SHO, the superintendent police, any higher official, drawing attention towards some social concern. And second one is a business deal, a business letter. So got the choice in the type of letters. One, and this letter is of how many marks?
5.
5
5
marks.
marks.
5.
So keep seeing very carefully. 5 marks, 10 marks of writing section, two things you have to write, 5 marks. So the first letter is clear. Now see the second one. You have to analyze this data. I think I had earlier done. Just see this data for a minute and we'll see how many questions are there. The first letter that we had was 5 marks, Peter. And this is called analytical writing. You have to analyze yourself and then write. See this. Okay. Now, beta, I'll give you a clue now. If you're not able to understand this, you can do one thing. For visually impaired candidates, they analyze the entire data. So you can see from here also. Got my point? Although
Ma'am,
this
in the exam also.
in exam also this visually impaired thing will be given to you, but not in school exam. We will not give you in school exam. We just want to see if you can interpret the data or not. But in board exams, this figure, this data will be given to you. अब बेटा यहाँ पे देखो, we are talking about the gender group male frequency 39. If you're getting confused कि ये exactly क्या है, it could be 38, it could be 37, it could be 39, तो यहाँ से देख सकते हो. How much is it?
39.
39.
39.
Let's talk about the females. We know that this is around what? थोड़ा सा 45 से ऊपर जा रहा है, but we don't know the exact figure. So you can see how much it is, 46. So you can see this. With the help of this, you'll get a lot of information. So you have to write what? You have to write a paragraph analyzing the data. You have to basically analyze. Chani, let's read this now.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
but they were separate questions, I guess. They were different.
The questions may be different, na? The analyzing part I'm saying. Okay. Now read this. This is a little difficult one to do. If you're not good at mathematical graphs and figures, I would suggest you go for this question. You don't have to interpret any data, any graphs, nothing. Just read the B part. This is again 5 marks. Read quickly and then tell me what would you do if you were given a choice. First read. Read the question. Ban on single-use plastic is impractical. The purpose of articles like bags and packaging is ultimately to make human life easier. Plastic articles do this well, so they should not be banned. Write a paragraph to analyze the given argument. What do you mean by analyze here, children? You mean you have to support, you have to go against? What you have to do in this? Analyzing. What is the argument? The
Ma'am, we have
argument
to-
is, yes, what is the argument first? Let's understand. Plastic articles help us, so they should not be banned. So you have to analyze. Analyze means you have to support this, you have to go against this. What you need to do in this?
Ma'am, we have to think that it is right or not, and then we have to write it.
Ma'am, we have to put forward our view.
Your view means debate kind ki you will support or you will go against. That is what you mean by your view? Tell me what you have to do when you analyze.
Ma'am, we have to understand that it is right or not.
Okay, you tell me one by one. If this paragraph comes, will you support this that they should not be banned or you will not support? Tell me quickly one by one.
Not support this. Not support.
Hiten says he will not
Not
support.
support.
What about Ravit? What are you saying?
Ma'am, not support. I will not
Anadi?
support it.
Anadi?
Ma'am, I will not support.
Divya?
Ma'am, I will not.
Krish?
Ma'am, I will also not support.
So you will say that no, it should not be banned. All of you are saying this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see where we go wrong, children. I'll explain it to you. I knew you will be doing this. See this sentence. You could think about what alternative explanations might weaken the given conclusion, and include rational evidence that would strengthen or counter the given argument. What does this understand? What do you mean by this? And it is not important that this will be written in the board exams. Maybe this is the first sample paper. So they are giving you a clue how to do this question. This will not be given in the exam. Read this. What was the statement? It was plastics help us, so they should not be banned. Now they are saying, think about alternative explanations which might weaken the conclusion and include evidence that would strengthen the given argument. What does this sentence mean? Do we need to support the statement or do we need to go against the statement?
Ma'am, it means that we
Tell me, what does this mean? You have to go against, like all of you said, most of
Ma'am,
you
we have
said,
to
no,
go
we will
again.
not support.
We have to go against because it's written weaken the given conclusion.
Yes, ma'am. We
It is
need
written
to.
what?
Ma'am, but in slash it is written evidence that would
Yes.
strengthen the given argument of.
Exactly,
It's a
that's what I'm
choice.
saying. It's a
choice.
choice. Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Given conclusion include rational evidence that would either strengthen or counter the given argument. So you have to give evidences. You need to prove yourself. If you're supporting it, then why? And if you're countering it, if you're going against it, then why? But obviously, it should not be in a debate style. It's not a debate, it's a paragraph. Remember this also. Some people make the language as debatical kind of language. Please do not use the debate wala language over here. Okay? It is a paragraph. So how many marks of writing section we have already done?
And
10.
10 marks of writing section, 10 marks of grammar, and 20 marks of
Comprehension.
comprehension. So we have covered how much part of creative writing and grammar part? Sorry?
30,
How much? How much of
30
reading and
marks.
writing part?
30.
30 marks.
30 kaise beta? My
30.
section abhi tak how much we have done? How many marks, children? 20 marks were for comprehension, 10 marks were for grammar, 10 marks I have discussed writing section. So how many
40,
marks?
40
40.
40.
40.
We have already discussed about 40. Okay, and literature you've already done how much? 10 marks literature,
10
Parth
marks.
Agarwal. 10 marks literature. So now the rest of the 30 marks literature is going to start here. You have your paper of how many marks? 80 marks.
80 marks.
Out of 80 marks, 40 is literature and 40 is my part, that is comprehension and writing section and grammar. Out of literature, 40 marks beta, 10 marks is MCQs. Clear? 10 marks is going to be MCQs. I already showed you that 5 marks paragraph and 5 marks poetry wala. So 10 marks is MCQs. Rest of the literature, you've got 2 marks questions. See over here. No, sorry, 4 marks. 2 questions of 4 marks. There's a choice over here. Then again, you have these 40 to 50 words. You have to attempt any 2, 3 marks questions. And then we have this one, attempt any one. This is 5 marks. Only one question. This is 5 marks question. What is this? It's a big question. Natalia and Ivan argued about the ownership of Oxen Meadows and the superiority of their respective dogs in the play The Proposal. You must have read this play, Proposal.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
we are doing this chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see, you have a 5 marks question from this chapter. Imagine yourself as the playwright of the play, and based on your understanding of the portraits of Natalia and Ivan, write a dialogue based on an imaginary event, showcasing arguments between them. So if you see, beta, this is 5 marks. Chalo, there is a choice of 5 marks. Ye wala dekhte hain. Suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw the 2 straight lines of lights in front of me. This is black aeroplane. All through the night, what you have to do, difference in the nature of help both the characters of the stories. One is from Black Aeroplane. You must have done this chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
A Letter to God also you must have done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
beta, 5 marks. There are 2 questions in literature. There is this one question of 5 marks. There is another question of 5 marks. So if you see the entire literature, 10 marks is for MCQs, and then 5 marks ka 2 questions, 20 marks to ऐसे ही चला गया. So you're left with only 20 marks, where you have 2 marks in 3 marks questions. So you have to focus a lot on writing 5 mark questions. That is very important now. You need to understand this, that we need to focus on which questions? 5 marks questions also. 2 questions are coming in literature of 5 marks. See this. And these are the ones which are difficult to write. Difficult in a sense, 100 to 120 words. So you should know exactly कि क्या लिखना है. You just cannot keep on writing anything. Who will explain the entire paper to me? The setting of the entire paper. First, my part I want. Start. Tell me my part. Creative writing and the grammar and the comprehension part. Total weightage is how many marks?
40 marks.
40 marks.
Out of 40 marks, the first part, that is your comprehension part, is how many marks?
20 marks.
20 marks.
20 marks. So you will have the first passage in which there will be how many questions?
12 questions.
12 questions. You have to attempt how many?
10
10.
questions.
10 questions. Very good. And after that, what you need to do is the second passage will come. Second passage will be of how many marks?
10 marks.
10 marks.
10
10.
marks. And again, you'll have a choice of 12 to 10. So we are done with the comprehension, 20 marks. Then we'll come to grammar. 3 plus 3 plus 4. We had seen the division, if you remember. 3 marks
Yes,
was
ma'am.
tenses, 3 marks was tenses, 3 marks was reported speech. And the last 4 marks were all mixed. Subject, verb, concord, modals, all mixed, 4 marks. So 3 plus 3 plus 4. Reported speech is 3 marks. That is very clear according to this sample paper. Tenses is 3 marks. So 3 plus 3 is 6. And back the entire thing, subject, verb, modals, they are all 4 marks. So 10, 30 ho gaya. And 10 marks for your writing section. In writing section, you had a choice between, first
Two
is the letter
letters.
writing. What was the difference in the letters?
First one we are
Choice.
writing to an official, and the second one
Second one was business letter.
Business letter. It could be a business letter and it could be a letter to the senior official. And then we had to simply analyze. You could analyze some data, pie charts, graphs, or a statement would be given to you. For example, I say social media is more of a bane than a boon. So you have to analyze this statement. You want to support it, then give evidence for this. And if you don't want, then you can weaken the argument or you can strengthen the argument. So you have to be very careful when you're doing the next part of 5 marks. So 2 writing parts, 5 marks each, 10. So the total becomes how much, children, of my section?
40 marks.
40 marks. And literature part, I'm sure ma'am must have discussed with you in length what it is. I have also shown you a bit. Now tell me, beta, what part you want me to revise? We still have about 2-3 classes, 3-4 classes before the exams are starting. We'll have 3 classes more. So anything you would
letter.
like me? Which one? The first one or the second one? Which one you would like me to revise with you? All of you tell. Why only one child? You can tell me what part you want me to revise with you before the exam. Nothing you
Ma'am,
want to
letter
write.
and
Ma'am.
mark question.
You don't want to revise anything, you know everything. Very good.
Ma'am, that pie chart wala part.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, paragraph.
Okay. You want me to revise that charts wala part. The graph and the chart reading, na?
Yes,
Chalo.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll revise that in the next class. And still, if you feel you're confused, you can always go for the second option of writing an analytical paragraph. In exam, if you feel still that I'm not able to interpret these figures, then you have a choice better. You can always go for the second part. But I'll surely take up in the next session when I have. Anything else you want me to revise? Because I need to prepare PDFs before my class so that I can show you those charts and figures. Anything else you want to revise, children? Tell me. We still have time. We have classes. Today is what, Wednesday, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, letter
You
to
can
the
always
official.
letter to the officials. Okay. Of official letters, na? Basically, basic to beta
Yes,
business
ma'am.
letters are also official letters only. But there is a little difference in writing official letters and business letters. That I'll discuss with you. Don't worry. That's all. No other confusions? Any other problems? You want me to revise? I'll take up reading
No, ma'am.
these analytical figures. Somebody saying something, you're not clear? Okay, if we have time. I hope everybody is clear now. No questions that, ma'am, what will come in exam, what type of questions will come in these November exams. At least my part, I'm sure you're clear. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Number of digital devices purchased in Rishu Nagar in 2015-19. Chalo, let's study this. Little bit time we have. What first of all you should see these. What do they indicate? Before you go to this, see this first. The dark one represents what?
Computers,
Computers.
And the lighter one represents
smartphones.
smartphones. The first thing that you have to do is go systematically. First, see this. What does it represent? Then see what x-axis, y-axis, and x-axis shows. Don't just start reading this directly. First, see ki either alag se what information is given to you, and then see what is given on the x-axis. What are these? It's written also. What are these? Ears. What are these, beta?
Ears.
Yes.
Yes.
Here